So when I was a lad, I wanted a little black box of magic tricks, something similar to this. Now as an adult, I've got this. Welcome to the Black Box by M-Vave. Hi guys, welcome back to the Goth Guitarist. So the M-Vave BlackBox, and now I'm going to admit I'm a little bit late to the party on this one, and there's a good reason for that. I didn't know it existed, literally didn't know it existed. Some of you are aware I did a review probably a year ago now on the Ampero box from Hotone, never know how you pronounce it, and actually it's become a unit that I use live, or should I say that Mark uses live when he plays bass for me in my funeral dance. It's small, it's compact, it's just got a mono out for the bass that we can put direct to front of the house via a DI box. We use one sound on it primarily, and it saves me lugging around my massive Headrush pedal board, which if you're a Headrush user and you've used the Headrush pedal board, you'll know how big that thing is, and you'll know how hard it is to just get a case for it. So I've been taking it kind of as a backup, and we've been using the Ampero as a main unit live. And I got thinking after doing a couple of shows recently, what am I going to do if the Ampero fails? Generally, I leave the Headrush unit in the hotel room. Occasionally, we lug it into a venue if its parking's right outside. So if the Ampero failed, I'd have to rush back, go grab the Headrush, lug it all the way back to the venue, or bring it out of the car, get it all set up on stage. Anyway, I wanted something that would be quick and easy to use. And randomly browsing YouTube, because I watch lots of YouTube guitar videos, this popped up, and I was like, it's battery operated and it's an amp modeler. Now of course I'd seen the Tonex pedal and all these things, but I'd never seen this, and this seemed to be something compact, something small that I could just chuck in a gig bag, because we like to travel light as a duo, and I wanted something I could just chuck in a gig bag, take along to a venue, get a decent sound out of, that I wasn't too worried about the guitar tones. There's 5 bass presets in this unit, and I thought surely I could dial in one and we could use it as a main backup. So here we are. I bought one. I paid £40 for this unit. Now I thought I was getting an absolute bargain, and I spotted one on Amazon on their marketplace. So it's where people send, where they resell their used, their returns. So it was on there for £44. So I thought, do you know what, 40 quid, let's give it a whirl, let's see what it's like. And so I ordered it. Blown away, guys, absolutely blown away. Unbeknown to me, you can jump on Temu and places like that, TikTok Shop, all these sort of things, and I think currently I've seen it on there brand new for about 38 quid. If you've not tried one, just go get one. You won't be disappointed in the slightest. You know, this thing is immense. So inside this little box of magic tricks, you've got 80 different presets, editable presets. So you can create your own settings. You can download, there's a community page for this, much as you would get with a Quad Cortex or any of these other modelers. You know, you can download other people's presets. Chop Tones, I believe, do presets for it. I think there might even be some built in. I've not finished looking for it yet at all. 6 different types of effects on the effects chain. There's boosts, noise gates, flanges, delays, you name it, everything is in there. Don't get me wrong, this is not as good as a Quad Cortex, it's not as good as the head rush pedals, it's not as good as the Ampero. But as a backup unit, or as something to have just in your gig bag for practice, got a headphone jack socket on it, USB-C, you can plug it straight into your computer, you can use it as an interface, record from it. It's absolutely jam-packed with features, half of which you'll probably never use. You can even load IRs into this, I believe, or ANN files. I think the original model was called the M-Vave BlackBox. There's so much you can do with this tiny little box of tricks, which is why I've said it's a little magic black box, because quite frankly it's outstanding. Built-in tuner, the tuner's actually really good. It's just got one in, one out, which is just a mono out. But do you know what, you whack this through a DI box, whack it through a PA system, it sounds absolutely fantastic. Tiny little bits of delay when you're clicking through the presets. There's no things like where you can have a tail on it so it carries over to your next preset, and obviously you're limited with just the up and down. But if you arrange your settings, if you arrange your amp settings in such a way that you maybe start off on your rhythm tone, you've got your boost as you go up, you've got your clean as you go down, and you can circle around. There's loads of videos out there how to set all those things up. I'm not going to go through all of the sounds. I will give you a quick demo on the unit, but I'm not going to go through all of the sounds. It's too many, and also you can dial in so much of your own. There's absolutely no point me going through. This thing's been out for about a year. I just wanted to say what my experience was in discovering it, how much it costs, and you know, the fact you should just go and buy one if you're in the market for this kind of thing. For us, for playing live, it's the perfect backup solution for my bass player, because literally, like I say, I can just chuck it in the gig bag. It doesn't require any mains. Obviously you've got to remember to charge it. I think this thing's got like a 10-hour charge on it, and most of our sets are between 45 minutes to an hour long, so we're never going to use any of the battery life that's needed really. Just bung it on charge overnight, chuck it in your gig bag, and it takes away all the worries of your gear failing. And to be honest with you, if you're playing a set with some other people and one of the amps goes down, you know, you can so quickly dial in a sound on this thing. You know, you can help somebody else out as well. So guys, you can see how small this unit is. I mean, literally not much bigger than my hand really, so it's perfect for transporting around. As you can see from the unit, let's just get a bigger picture. We've got basically a master volume control. We've got what they call a power button, which is the parameter button, down button, up button, double press, and you've got your tuner straight into there. So you click out, and then on your screen you've got your preset number, overall master volume, and your effects chain. So it's much the same as what you would see on like a Quad Cortex or something similar. And basically you're just literally clicking, turning, clicking to go up and down your presets. And if you want to change any of the effects, you're just basically pushing the effects button. You can see there on this preset that there's a boost. You can click it. You can go in, if you can see there, let my camera focus. So on here we've got now a compressor. Click that, and then we can move down and we can change things like the gate, the intensity, the sustain, etc. And then we just click in the home button and we're coming back out. You can see if the presets are on by pushing again the button, turns the effect on or off. And you can tell if the effects is lit in the chain because obviously the button's lit up as you go along. Really, really, really simple to use. So you can change your effects, you can change your amp type, loads and loads of different amps in here. Obviously you can see there's a high gain amp. I think somewhere, and I've not checked into this, there is a list of amps that everything is modelled on. You can change, so that's obviously EV5150. And you can go in, change your gain, your level settings, bass, mid, treble, etc. And then straight back out to the home page. And then if you want to add a modulation effect, you can go straight in, click the chorus, add the chorus, change the parameter settings, straight back out. Sorry, we turn that one on, you can see it's lit up, straight back out, and away you go. Really, really, really simple to use. And the other thing built into this, which is absolutely brilliant, if you push and hold, it's got Bluetooth. And you can see that it's searching for the Bluetooth. Push and hold, and the Bluetooth off. Really, really, really clever unit. Really clever unit. So basically, you know, you've got everything you need in there. You can stream backing tracks to this thing off of your phone. There's an app you can download. It's got a really weird name like EMFCS or something, but you'll find it. You can download that for Mac or for Android. I think the Mac support has only recently been added in terms of the software on the PC. But it's all there now. The community pages are there. You can load in your own files. You can download files, different IRs. You can change your cabs. Basically anything you can do on any of the big, more expensive modelers, you can do on this unit. And I think if messing around with it, you're going to get some really good tones out of that. And if you need something just to chuck around in your bedroom, chuck around the living room, so you don't want to annoy your partner or whatever, you can just chuck some headphones in the back of this thing and do some really silent practice, stream your backing track. The beauty of it is as well, the app is Bluetooth and it doesn't actually, it's almost got like two ways of connecting, so it connects the Bluetooth to the app, but you can still stream obviously your backing tracks as well to it. So it's a really, really clever piece of kit. I think, you know, if you go on Temu, it's like 38 quid, or go on Amazon, see if you can pick one up second hand. It's one of those units that I think everybody should just have kicking around because you will find a use for it. Anyway, going to give you a quick demo of what it sounds like. We're going to be using today my Hills HN3 headless guitar. New thing for me, this, only recently bought it. I've got a HN3 and a HN5, and the HN5's in green. This is a lovely orange colour. The HM5 I've got has got a trem on it. This is just the hardtail. And the reason I bought these is basically I've never owned a headless guitar. I'm getting old. I'm getting a bit of arthritis in the old hands, and I wanted something very ergonomic and also something very lightweight. And to be honest, these were amazing, and I will be putting a review up of both the HN3 and the HM5 shortly, and I will do a comparison between the two. But right now, let's get into it and let's have a little listen to this little magic black box. So there you go, a quick demo of the Black Box by M-Vave. Again, I bought this to serve a purpose, which was a backup unit for my Ampero, but actually it's turned out to be a really good piece of kit, and actually for not very much money. So I would definitely, if you can afford one, go grab one, go check one out. You're going to find a use for it somewhere along the lines. I'll leave a link in the description below for all the different variations, all the different versions of this unit, and where you can pick them up. But just keep an eye out on the second-hand market, or check out some of the Chinese import sites if that's your sort of thing. Pick one up for 30 or 40 quid. You're not going to go wrong really with it. It's a great little bit of kit. I've got a brand new album out. I say brand new, came out a while ago now, but do go and check it out. That's up here. That's called Until My Time. It's available on vinyl and CD for the first time, and obviously you can stream it and download it from all the usual places. Buy my albums is the way I like to be supported. I don't do any Patreons. I don't get paid for doing any of this. I'm not even monetized. So if you can buy my music, that's fantastic. Got some live shows coming up as well, so keep an eye out on all our social media sites for the details of all of those. We're supporting the amazing Grooving in Green coming up, and Cenex 4 as well. So if you can come along to one of those shows, that'd be fantastic. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Bye for now.